Hello, welcome to this video on Bodhicaryavatara, chapter 7, verse 25. Apologies to those who attempted to use the earlier version. This one is going up late afternoon on Tuesday the 24th of May, 2022. The earlier version, something went wrong with the sound. I've only recently, this afternoon, been told about that. I wasn't able to fix the version that was already up, so this is now a new version that replaces the old one. So let me call up the text for you. Here we are. It's partly obscured. Here we are. Adau shakati danepi niyojayati nayaka tat karoti kramat pashtyad yat swamasan yapityajet. And again. Adau shakati danepi niyojayati nayaka tat karoti kramat pashtyad yat swamasan yapityajet. So the idea is that the guide, meaning of course the Buddha, starts off by telling you that you should be generous, give to the needy, but he starts off by saying that you should give vegetables and that kind of thing. Something you can give away without too much pain to yourself. But then gradually you increase this level of dana, this level of giving, up to the point where you sacrifice your own swamasani, literally your own flesh, your own body. But that comes gradually. So this is what this verse is about. So adau, the word adi, meaning beginning, locative adau, in the beginning, to start with, at first, adau. The nayaka, here we are, literally the leader. A former Sri Lankan president was Bandaranayake, which is in fact Bandaranayaka, the leader of the monkeys, from the story of the Ramayana, Bandaranayaka. It's from the root ni. Let me call up my iPad screen for you. So root ni. Sorry, something's gone wrong with my iPad. Sorry, here we are again, right? Root ni meaning to lead or to guide. It has two forms of its verbal noun, naya and naya. The more common is naya, with a short one. Naya. Meaning leading, the act of leading or guidance. In fact, the vinaya, the rules of conduct, originally meant leading away or just leading back, keeping under control. So that became the vinaya, the rules of conduct. So from ni, or from the alternative form of the alternative verbal noun, naya, meaning leadership or guidance, we have nayaka. Meaning therefore the leader or the guide. So nayaka, to begin with, adau, nayaka, the guide, niyojayati, means commands or enjoins, like an injunction. In fact, the formation of the word niyojayati in Sanskrit is exactly the same as the formation of the word enjoin and injunction in Latin and then into English. So we have the root yuj, as you know, from which we get yoga, union, joining. Niyuj, to join on or to fasten onto somebody. So you fasten an obligation onto him. Niyojayati. It's in the causative form, so it becomes niyo with guna of the vowel of the root. So niyojayati. So just as in Latin, you get jungere from that same jung, to join, and to injungere, to join onto, therefore, to stick it on somebody. So the injungere, from which we get our word injunction, to is a noun, an injunction of the court, for example, a court order, and to enjoin, it's that same structure of word exactly, and the ni becomes in or en in Latin and English. So he enjoins, so adau nayaka niyojayati. To begin with, the leader enjoins, and you enjoin or give orders in the locative. So dane, you make give an injunction in respect of or in something. So that's why dane. So niyojayati dane, he makes an order, he gives you an injunction, enjoins the giving. In Sanskrit, he enjoins in the giving, dane. Giving of what? Shaka dane, in the giving of vegetables. This shaka is your greens, your vegetables. It's a word of unknown etymology. It may be of Dravidian origin, the pre-Indo-Aryan languages. So shaka. So shaka dane, he niyojayati shaka dane, he enjoins the giving of vegetables, but vegetables, etc., vegetables and that kind of thing is shaka adi dane. And the pi, it's the shortened form of api by Santi, shaka adi dane. Put that api. And here it has the meaning of only, not even, but only. So an adi, you have the two meanings of adi here. One is adau, from adi, in the beginning, to start with. And adi means also, is the word used for etc. So vegetables, etc. In Sanskrit, shaka adi, so by Santi shakadi, means the list of things that begins with vegetables. So vegetables beginning, So the list that begins with vegetables, that's just the idiomatic way of saying in Sanskrit vegetables, etc., which is just the Latin word meaning and other things. Sanskrit is things beginning with vegetables, exactly the same meaning. So, to begin with, the guide, the leader, enjoins only api shakadidane, the giving of vegetables and that kind of thing. Tat karoti kramat. Tat karoti, karoti, he does, that, he does that, kramat. So, krama means a step, and this is the ablative, kramat. This here ablative has the force of making an adverb. So kramat means literally by the step. In English we say step by step, or gradually. Of course, from the Latin word gradus means a step. So it's the same idiom in English, in Sanskrit, and in Latin. Gradually, graduale, step by step, kramat. So tat karoti kramat. He does that step by step, bit by bit. And here, yet, which is the neuter of yah, meaning which, but here it's used in the sense of whereby. So, whereby, or so that. So, yet paschat, so that paschat, later on, tyajet, that's the optative form, the present optative, meaning one might abandon. So that paschat yet tyajet, so that later on, or as time goes on, tyajet, one might give up. Swamasani api, which by Sandhi becomes swamasanyappi, even one's own flesh. Now this word masa, it's a neuter, meat or flesh, and it can be used in the singular or the plural. We wouldn't use fleshes in English, but you can use paschatyat swamasam apityajet, or in the plural, swamasanyapityajet would have the same meaning. And swa, of course, meaning self or one's own, of oneself. So, tat karoti kramat, he does that bit by bit, yet, so that, paschat, later on, tyajet, one might abandon, one would feel, oops, sorry, what have I done here? One might abandon, one would abandon or give up. Swamasani api, even one's own flesh. This adjective here, pascha, means something later or posterior. In fact, it's cognate with the Latin post, meaning after, and posterior, which we have in English, something that happens after, and it's from that same origin. And in the ablative, it gives it a verbal meaning. So from later, adverbial meaning. So paschat means afterwards, from literally from after. So afterwards. So I will read this again to you. The actual grammar and syntax of this sentence are pretty simple. Adau, Adau shakadidanepi niyojayati nayakah tat karoti kramat pashtyadyat swamansanyapityajet. And again. Adau shakadidanepi niyojayati nayakah tat karoti kramat pashtyadyat swamansanyapityajet. Right, so that concludes verse 25.